Are we really in control of what we're choosing? It appears to me as I look around the world, most people are not. I look at what they're choosing. Addictions, insecurities, jealousies, anger, resentment, very destructive things that they're choosing. I don't think they're choosing them at all. And what about if in this next little period of time, we could go over enough information that we could understand the fact that they're actually not choosing, yet there is a way to choose. In the 19th century, Napoleon Hill wrote a book called Think and Grow Rich, and he had placed a secret in there that was pretty ancient, and that secret was you become what you think about, or to think is to create. And then in 2000, they came out with a movie called The Secret, and that was about the law of attraction, which again was to think is to create. Everybody gets it. The thinking creates our reality. As we think, so shall we be. If I focus on addiction and drugs and insecurities, that will be my reality. If I focus on wealth and abundance and compassion and love, that will be my reality. And here's the challenge. Most people aren't choosing what they're thinking. So what I did was went on a quest to find out what's causing the thinking itself, and the answer was there. So this system exists in each and every one of us. And this system dictates how we think. This one particular system. And what we're talking about are beliefs. See, we have a belief system. We come into the world and then we're programmed with the belief system. Now, if I ask 100 people what is a belief, and I have asked thousands of people what is a belief, and I come up with a lot of answers, or they come up with a lot of answers, and a lot of times the answers are more in line with what a belief perhaps does. Like a belief is something that once you believe it, it makes you behave a certain way, or it could shape your values or whatnot, which are all true. Yet they're never coming to the answer, what is a belief? Do you realize that this answer could be the biggest discovery on the planet for human beings is the answer to what is a belief? Here it is. It's going to blow your mind. A belief is an agreement with information. Now let that settle in. A belief is an agreement with information. See, I challenge people for 9 years now to go find a belief that is not attached to information. Whether it's a belief about society, yourself, the world in general, afterlife, higher power, whatever. It's all information, and at some point you believe in it. So if that's true, then we must move to the information and go, where did that come from? And here's the kicker. All the information was made up. Like Santa Claus. Do you realize that every argument you have with another human being is nothing more than you believe something different than them? So how can we navigate through this? We must understand that we have to examine the beliefs. Even though they're all made up, they all have an impact in this realm, the way that we operate here. So some beliefs have an effect that maybe isn't pleasurable to most people, while other beliefs actually give people an experience that they do want. So we actually do want to look at them. And the thing you want to look at in a belief is the belief I'm holding fear-based? Does the belief I'm holding on to limit me and diminish me and my experience? You see, beliefs are a filter. Nothing goes into your brain to think about anything until it moves in through that belief filter first. So your system, your machine here is picking up signals and things from the environment, and it processes through your senses and moves right into a belief system, and then you think. And a good example of that is, let's just say I'm a marriage counselor guy, and I've got 3 good clients sitting here, and all 3 clients are getting married, and they want to have a really healthy, good, harmonious relationship, and that's what I do. So I've been working with them for several weeks, but I've got news for them today. So as they come in and sit down, we'll call them client A, B, and C. They sit down, I go, listen, you guys, I know you're getting married. I know you found the love of your life. You found the soulmate. You found the one. How many ones have you found? So you found the soulmate. You found the one. Yet today you come in and guess what? I do my job really well, so I have some information. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to give them information that's going to move through that filter so that they can think, or they might think, or perhaps they're going to think. But either way, it has to move through here first. So I give them the information, which is nothing but letters that have sounds attached that we've agreed on. And then each word and each letter has meanings to it. And if you string them together the right way, that belief system will kick in, the beliefs will fire off, and then the thinking can happen, and then they perceive reality. So here's the information I give to client A, B, and C. They have found the one, the soulmate. They're getting married. This is it. Rest of their life. They're going to commit for the entire eternity until they quit breathing. The information is we've been filming and watching your spouses, and all of them are cheating on you, and we have evidence in film. Now, stop. It takes less than a nanosecond for that information to filter through that belief system to get the thinking going. Now, here's why we know beliefs run the thinking. Client A immediately gets the information and the reaction, not the response, the reaction, because we don't really choose. The beliefs do. So the beliefs in client A is, I will kill the person. That is it. I'm going to kill them. Nobody screws me over like that. It's eye for an eye, tooth for a tooth. That has to be in their belief system for them to even have those thoughts. Then you move to client B. And now client B has a whole different belief system, so they don't have the same thinking. They're not seeing reality the same way. Client A is enraged. That's how they're seeing reality. I have to get even, revenge, resentment, resistance. Client B has a different experience because she's been programmed a different way. And her experience is, I knew it probably wouldn't work. Everybody leaves me. There's something wrong with me. I'm just not lovable. So we have a belief system with client B that's filled with low self-esteem, low self-worth, low self-image, so they process it that way. Then we have client C, who actually has some emotional intelligence and understands that people choose what they choose, and if you get into a relationship, anything's possible. I mean, seriously, if you get into a relationship, don't you know anything's possible? They could lie to you, they could manipulate you, they could steal from you, they could cheat on you, they could love you, they could honor you forever, and as a matter of fact, if you watch forensic files, they could poison and kill you. Well, client C's got a grasp on all that and decides, well, this hurts because we do feel things. The brain emits chemicals and we feel things. Yet they're more in response to what's going on, not just animalistic reaction. So their thinking is more along, well, they made that decision and that's what they decided, so I'm not going to punish myself over their decision. This is going to hurt and I'm going to deal with that. And then I'll make my choice, whether it's forgiveness and let's figure this out and move on, or whether it's I'm going to move on. Either way, all of this stuff is being done through thinking. Your beliefs lead to your thinking. Your thinking creates your perception. So everything that you believe is creating your entire reality. And now you know that beliefs are just information. They're just agreements with information. There's no sun in the sky. We created the letter S, the letter U, the letter N. We gave sounds to them, and then we said, okay, if you put those together and it sounds like sun, we'll call that a sun. If we change the U to an O, we'll call that the sun. See, it's all made up. Yet we're killing each other over it. We're dying over it. It's all made up. Now, whether it's true or not or whatever, in ultimate reality, I don't even know those answers. I don't know what happens when you die, and neither does anybody else. What they do know is they believe something. Believing it doesn't make it true. As a matter of fact, it's probably the opposite. Beliefs are made up. If you want to step into your power, then understand that beliefs are here to serve you. And when you have the correct beliefs in line to what you want to do, be, or have, then that will be so. And if your life isn't working, if your relationships are disharmony and chaos and resentment and resistance, believe me, it's all about beliefs. See, the next level of human consciousness is going to be the understanding of beliefs. All your wars are about beliefs. All the family breakups are about beliefs. All the people trying to manipulate are all about beliefs. and they're all